Have you ever wondered about the mysterious beauty of a solar eclipse? It's like the universe is painting a masterpiece in the sky, and we get front row seats to the show. On April 8, we're in for a special treat. A solar eclipse that's catching eyes not just for its celestial wonder, but for its deeper meaning. Throughout history, eclipses have fascinated us, appearing in stories and beliefs across different cultures. But there's more to it than just a spectacular view. Some say these cosmic events hold spiritual messages, especially when we look through the lens of biblical prophecy. Imagine the sun, the source of all our light, suddenly hidden, casting a shadow over the earth. It makes you think, doesn't it? This video dives into that mystery. We'll explore what the Bible might be telling us about events like these, and why this upcoming eclipse could be more than just a natural phenomenon. It's a moment to pause, reflect, and maybe even find a deeper connection to the world around us. Historical significance. Solar eclipses have always been one of nature's most awe-inspiring phenomena. Imagine how it must have felt for ancient people, with no science to explain why the sun suddenly disappeared from the sky. To them, it was more than just a celestial event. It was a powerful message from the cosmos. Long ago, people from different corners of the world looked up at these eclipses with a mix of fear, wonder, and reverence. In ancient China, folks believed a giant dragon was swallowing the sun. They would bang drums and make loud noises to scare the dragon away and bring the sun back. Imagine the entire village coming together, making as much noise as possible, hoping to save the sun from a mythical dragon. Over in ancient Greece, eclipses were seen as omens, signaling important events or changes, especially for kings and nations. They thought the gods were communicating with them, showing their displeasure or warning of significant shifts on the horizon. Greek historians would often record eclipses in their accounts, linking them to major historical events. The Vikings had their own take on eclipses, picturing giant wolves chasing the sun. When one of these wolves finally caught the sun, an eclipse would occur. To the Vikings, this wasn't just a natural event. It was part of a larger, cosmic story, woven into the fabric of their myths and legends. In many Native American cultures, solar eclipses had their own unique meanings, often seen as a time for reflection, a sign to resolve conflicts, or a period to come together and heal as a community. The Navajo, for example, would see it as a time to pause, reflect, and respect the natural order, refraining from eating, drinking, or looking at the eclipse. Even in the realms of ancient Hindu texts, eclipses hold a significant place. They were seen as the result of a demon named Rahu, who tried to steal the elixir of immortality and was beheaded by the god Vishnu. Rahu's head, stuck in the celestial sphere, swallows the sun from time to time, causing an eclipse. To counter the negative influences of Rahu during an eclipse, people would engage in spiritual practices, chant prayers, and perform rituals to protect themselves and their loved ones. These stories and beliefs highlight how solar eclipses have been a source of wonder, inspiration, and sometimes fear across different cultures and eras. They were moments when the ordinary flow of life paused, and people looked up and pondered their place in the vast universe. Fast forward to today, and our understanding of solar eclipses has changed dramatically thanks to advances in science and astronomy. We now know that a solar eclipse happens when the moon passes between the Earth and the Sun, casting its shadow on our planet. But even with this scientific knowledge, the sense of awe and wonder remains. Eclipses continue to remind us of the incredible beauty and mystery of the cosmos, connecting us to the countless generations who stood before us, gazing up at the sky in wonder. Biblical prophecy. When we turn the pages of the Bible, we find that celestial events like solar eclipses have often been seen as signs from God, moments when the divine touches the earthly realm. These events aren't just random. They're believed to be messages carrying deeper meanings and prophecies. In the book of Genesis, we read about the creation of the sun and the moon, set in the sky by God, to serve as signs for seasons and for days and years. This tells us that from the very beginning, celestial bodies were meant to be more than just light sources. They were signs, part of God's language to humanity. Fast forward to the prophets, and we see this theme continue. In the book of Joel, there's a vivid description that many interpret as a prophecy about the end times. The sun will be turned to darkness and the moon to blood before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord. This verse is often linked to solar and lunar eclipses, suggesting that these events are markers, signs of significant spiritual shifts or moments in God's plan. Then there's the book of Matthew, where Jesus speaks about the end times, saying, "Immediately after the distress of those days, the sun will be darkened, and the moon will not give its light. The stars will fall from the sky, and the heavenly bodies will be shaken." This imagery of a darkened sun echoes the phenomenon of a solar eclipse, reinforcing the idea that such events are intertwined with divine messages and prophecies. But it's not just about doom and gloom. These signs are also calls to awareness, urging us to look beyond our daily lives and consider the bigger picture, the spiritual dimensions, and the divine plan unfolding around us. They're reminders that there's more to life than what we see on the surface, that we're part of a grand, cosmic story written by God. The upcoming solar eclipse on April 8 is a perfect moment to reflect on this. While we understand the scientific reasons behind eclipses now, the sense of awe and the feeling that we're witnessing something extraordinary remains. For those who see the world through the lens of faith, this eclipse could be a moment to pause, to ponder the mysteries of God's creation, and to consider the spiritual lessons it might hold. It's fascinating to think about how people in biblical times would have reacted to an eclipse, seeing it as a direct message from God. Today, even though we might not interpret natural events in exactly the same way, there's still a sense of wonder and a quest for meaning that connects us to those ancient observers. April 8 Solar Eclipse. On April 8, we're all set for a celestial spectacle that's got everyone talking. A solar eclipse. But what's the big deal, you might wonder? Well, solar eclipses happen when the moon slides between the Earth and the sun, casting a shadow that turns day into an eerie twilight. It's like the moon is playing peekaboo with the sun, and for a brief moment, the sun disappears, hidden behind the moon's silhouette. This particular eclipse on April 8 is not just any eclipse. It's a special one for a few reasons. First off, the path of the eclipse, where the sun will be completely covered, stretches across some pretty interesting places, offering a prime viewing experience for those lucky enough to be in the right spot. Imagine standing there, in the path of totality, as day turns into night and the stars pop out in the middle of the day. It's a surreal experience that many describe as life-changing. But even if you're not in the path of totality, you'll still be in for a treat. Depending on where you are, you might see a partial eclipse, where the moon covers only a part of the sun. It's like a cosmic bite taken out of the sun, a unique sight that still offers a glimpse into the wonders of our universe. What makes the April 8 eclipse even more fascinating is how it ties into the cycles of nature and the universe. Eclipses don't happen randomly. They're part of a grand celestial dance, predictable yet always awe-inspiring. Scientists can calculate when and where eclipses will occur, down to the minute, showing us just how amazing and orderly the universe is. For those interested in the spiritual or astrological side of things, eclipses are often seen as powerful moments, times of change and reflection. There's something about the sun, the source of life and light, being momentarily obscured that feels significant, like a pause button on the universe, inviting us to stop, look up, and ponder the bigger questions in life. And let's not forget the excitement around eclipses. People plan for them, travel across the world to see them, and come together in anticipation of the moment when the sun and moon align perfectly. It's a global event that unites us in wonder and curiosity, reminding us of the beauty and mystery of the world we live in. As April 8 approaches, there's a buzz in the air. Whether you're a hardcore astronomy enthusiast, someone interested in the spiritual implications, or just curious about this natural phenomenon, the solar eclipse offers something for everyone. It's a chance to witness one of nature's most incredible displays, a reminder of the marvels that lie just beyond our everyday experience. Spiritual well-being. In the tapestry of our lives, celestial events like the April 8 solar eclipse hold a unique thread of significance. They're not just astronomical phenomena. They're moments that invite us to pause, reflect, and connect with something larger than ourselves. For many, these events touch the soul, offering a rare opportunity to consider our place in the universe and our journey on this planet. Solar eclipses, with their dramatic dance of light and shadow, can feel like nature's own meditation bell, calling us to a moment of inward reflection. As the day momentarily turns to night, we're reminded of the cycles of life, the ebb and flow of challenges and blessings, and the constant presence of light, even in moments of darkness. It's a powerful metaphor for hope, resilience, and the enduring human spirit. For those on a spiritual path, eclipses can serve as a catalyst for growth and introspection. They're seen as a time to shed old patterns, much like the moon momentarily sheds its alignment with the sun, inviting us to let go of what no longer serves us and to embrace new beginnings with open hearts. This upcoming eclipse might also be a moment to consider our interconnectedness with the cosmos and each other. As the moon casts its shadow, we're reminded that we too have the power to cast light or shadow in our lives and the lives of others. It's an invitation to choose light, to spread kindness, empathy, and understanding, and to contribute positively to the collective energy around us. Moreover, eclipses can be a time for communal spirituality, bringing people together in awe and wonder. Sharing this experience with others, whether through collective meditation, prayer, or simply observing together, can amplify the sense of unity and shared humanity. It's a beautiful reminder that, in the grand scheme of the universe, our differences are small and our shared human experience is vast. In preparing for the eclipse, consider creating a personal ritual or practice that holds meaning for you. It might be a quiet moment of meditation, a prayer, setting intentions for the coming months, or simply sitting in gratitude for the beauty and mystery of the universe. Whatever your practice, let it be a time of renewal and connection. As the eclipse approaches, take time to nurture your inner world. Disconnect from the hustle and bustle of daily life and give yourself permission to just be. In these moments of stillness, listen to the whispers of your heart and the wisdom it holds. The April 8 solar eclipse is more than just a celestial event. It's a mirror reflecting back at us the opportunity for spiritual renewal and deeper connection. It's a reminder that, amidst the chaos and noise of life, there are moments of profound beauty and stillness that invite us to look inward, to grow, and to remember the luminous beings we truly are. Reflection and renewal. When the moon covers the sun on April 8, creating that moment of awe during the solar eclipse, it's like the universe is giving us a gentle nudge to hit the pause button on our hectic lives. This isn't just an astronomical event, it's a cosmic invitation to reflect on our paths and consider areas in our lives ripe for renewal. Reflection is all about looking in the mirror of our souls, revisiting our dreams, our challenges, and our growth. It's asking ourselves the big questions like, am I where I want to be? Or, what changes can I make to live more fully? This eclipse is a perfect backdrop for such deep contemplation, as the temporary dimming of the sun mirrors the introspective process of looking within, even when it feels a bit dark. Renewal follows reflection like sunrise follows the night. It's about taking those insights and deciding to freshen up our lives. Maybe it's picking up an old hobby that used to spark joy, mending a strained relationship, or finally starting that project you've been putting off. Renewal means dusting off the parts of ourselves that got a bit rusty and shining them up for a new day. Think of the eclipse as nature's way of illustrating that it's okay to go through phases where we're not all bright and shiny. Like the moon and the sun in their celestial dance, we too have moments of shadow and light. And just as the sun always emerges from behind the moon, brighter than ever, we too can emerge from periods of reflection with a renewed spirit and energy. During this eclipse, consider setting aside some quiet time for yourself. You could sit under the open sky, feeling connected to the vast universe, and simply ponder your journey so far. What are the lessons you've learned? What are you grateful for? What parts of your life might need a little rekindling? And renewal doesn't have to be a solo act. Sharing this reflective time with loved ones can multiply the insights and the joy of starting afresh. It's about coming together, sharing stories of past eclipses of the heart and soul, and inspiring each other to embrace the light after darkness. As the moon casts its shadow on April 8, let's welcome the opportunity to reflect on where we've been and where we're headed. Let's think about the aspects of our lives that could use a breath of fresh air. And as the sun reappears, let it symbolize our own rebirth, our own renewal, ready to shine brightly in the next chapter of our lives. Unity and community. There's a moment when the sun and moon align during a solar eclipse that holds a kind of magic. It's not just the astronomical wonder of it all, but the way it brings us together, creating a tapestry of shared experiences across the globe. The April 8 solar eclipse is one such moment, a celestial event that beckons us to look up and feel connected, not just to the stars but to each other. In every corner of the world where the eclipse is visible, people from all walks of life will pause their day-to-day lives to witness this rare dance of the cosmos. It's a phenomenon that knows no boundaries, transcending language, culture, and creed. For a brief span of time, differences fade into the background, replaced by a collective sense of awe and wonder. This unity is especially poignant in today's world, where it's easy to feel divided or isolated. The eclipse offers a reminder of our common humanity, a chance to celebrate not just the marvels of the universe, but our shared ability to appreciate them. It's as if nature itself is inviting us to come together, to share in the beauty and mystery of life. Community gatherings, whether in public parks, observatories, or backyards, become melting pots of stories and laughter. These events, organized around the shared anticipation of the eclipse, offer opportunities for connection and friendship, bridging gaps and building bonds. Imagine the conversations sparked, the hands held tight during the moment of totality, and the collective gasps of wonder. These are the threads that weave the fabric of community. Moreover, the eclipse can be a catalyst for collective action and awareness. As we marvel at the precision and beauty of the universe, we're also reminded of our responsibility to protect our precious planet. Discussions might emerge about sustainability, environmental protection, and how we can work together to ensure that future generations have the same opportunities to witness such wonders. Educational opportunities abound as well. Schools and community centers might host events or workshops, turning the eclipse into a teachable moment that spans science, history, and culture. These gatherings not only enlighten but also bring together diverse groups, fostering a sense of unity in learning and discovery. And let's not overlook the simple yet profound act of sharing this experience with loved ones. Families, friends, and neighbors coming together, setting up telescopes, laying out blankets, and simply enjoying each other's company under the cosmic spectacle. It's these moments that enrich our lives and deepen our connections. As the shadows of the April 8 solar eclipse pass, we're left with more than just memories of a celestial spectacle. We've journeyed through history, felt the pulse of the universe, and connected deeply with ourselves and those around us. This eclipse isn't just a momentary alignment of the sun and moon. It's a reflection of life's beautiful cycles of challenge and change, darkness and light. In the quiet after the eclipse, we find a renewed sense of purpose and a deeper appreciation for the world and our place within it. We're reminded that though we may face periods of darkness, the light always returns, bringing new beginnings and opportunities for growth. And in the shared experience of this awe-inspiring event, we've woven stronger bonds of community and unity, discovering that together, under the vast sky, our differences are small and our shared humanity is vast.